All right, so this is the basic OTK combo for Necromon. You're going to need 2 memory for this. There's a few ways we can get there, but let's say you're going first. Kind of my favorite opening play here is to Digivolve in the back into this Digivolution cost reduction Ghostmon, and then use Unique Emblem. Play this Ghostmon, try to search as many pieces as possible. Ideally, if you're going first, you're putting your opponent's memory to 3. They're not going to punish you for playing the Ghostmon. They're going to be using their turn to set up. So when it passes back to your turn, if you put your opponent at 3, it is a lot harder for them to put you at 1. Hopefully they're putting you at 2. So in that ideal world, they're putting you at 2. Then you're going into Bakemon, playing any Violet, and swinging, bringing them down to 4 security. And all you need for this OTK is them to be at 4 security. This is probably dying. As the turns go, essentially you want to set yourself up to look like this. This isn't entirely necessary, but it helps. Actually, it's pretty necessary. So at least one of these, and then you should be setting this up along the way. So when you're ready to go off, you want to be at 2 memory. That's why this is important as well, is let's say your opponent chokes you, you can at least get to 2. That's all you need to close out game. Now this is very dependent on what's in their security, so there's also that. But you're gonna push up your Ghostmon. Now we have this Bake and Trash and any Violet on the field. We can use Phantomon. In hand, this will Digivolve by tucking a Bake under. It'll Digivolve for 2 because of this cost reduction. And usually I'll use my Wisdom training here. They go into Necro for 2, and then Necro will execute. Hit to your opponent's security. And then at end of that, as long as it survived and hit those 2, we're gonna delete ourselves. So first 2 effects I use are the Ghost and the Bake, gain some memory. Demi-Mirror I save for last. In this situation, we're gonna do Phantomon will play the Searcher Ghostmon because I wanna find more pieces, and then Necro will play Bake. And it really depends on what's in your hand, but usually I'm just getting back the Necro off the Demi-Mirror. So next up, because you had a Digimon that was deleted, you'll use your Violet. You've got your search off this, by the way, to Digivolve into any memory game Bakemon for free. And so don't forget, this is a new one. I'm playing 4 of these and 2 of these, so you got 6 targets in total. So now you're gonna DNA into Chimera. Chimera can tuck anything under. And so in this case, we're gonna tuck under a memory gain Ghostmon. If your Necro didn't hit 2 security, it died on the first one, maybe you would just tuck under the Phantomon instead, just so you can have a full board ready to attack next turn unless they OTK you. But now we're at 4 memory gain if this is deleted, so that Necromon we got back from Demi-Mirror, we'll go into that again. Execute, 2 checks. Hopefully it survives there too. Again, a lot of this is dependent on what's in your opponent's security. At the end of execute, it'll delete itself. And now what you're gonna do is, if you do not have a Phantomon in hand for this last part of the combo, that's perfectly fine. But if you want one, if you don't have one, well then you just play out another Ghostmon and you're really just trying to search. This last part, let's just say we didn't have that Phantom. We're really trying to go search for it. All you really need is either, for sure, a Phantomon in hand, or let's see here, what else do we need? What else? There's different variants we could do this. So we need at least something with execute. So Necro, for example, our new level 7's a good one as well. So anything with execute in hand for this last part of the combo. So we're gonna go into, let's say we have the Doula in hand. We're gonna play the Phantom off that on deletion Necro that just happened in that last act after we gained that 4 memory. And then we'll Digivolve straight into this for 6. Use this Violet to give it rush and then execute. It closes out game. Your opponent had no security. If you didn't have that and you're still just trying to search for pieces, you could always play the Ghostmon. Remember, you're at 0 memory in this situation. And then you just hard Digivolve. This is always a good one to have in hand for 2. Hopefully you pulled any Phantomon off of those searches and draws. And then you go into, when you Digivolve, you're using Violet to give this rush, and then you're using your unique emblem to go into near Phantomons, and that'll allow it to execute swing for game. The combos vary depending on what's in your hand, what survived the attacks, all of that, but that's essentially the basic combos to Otaking off of 4 security. And the best way to get to 4 security is just get that 1 early swing.